Hi folks. So yeah, from that video about the honour one, yeah, very difficult while watching that not to judge. Very, very difficult. Yeah, thinking about the point of not judging according to good and evil. Yeah. But the problem is you're dealing with something which comes across as pure evil. Just pure evil. Yeah, these Kurdish people had this belief that they forced this 17-year-old girl, so the father basically got her drunk and forced her into a marriage that she didn't want. At 17. She was then later raped and physically abused by her husband, so she found the courage to leave him and divorce him, and then fall in love with someone, and the father and uncle then ordered her death because of that. Ugh. She was 20. This happened in 2006. She was 20 years old. 20. And even the killing of her, it was done in the most horrendous way you can imagine. Just horrendous. From what they said in the TV program, which was taken from the boasting of the people, they had a rope around her neck, nice and tight. The men that were there, they all raped her, beat her up, and they boasted that during all of that she didn't make a sound. And the mother protected her father. Yeah. Yeah, a father ordering that to be done. And I say earlier on, the father had ordered her brother to kill her older sister for wearing a dress. I think it's a skirt, for wearing a skirt. He had ordered her brother, paid her brother £300 to kill his sister. Yeah. So when you have a situation where people don't trust Muslims and they don't want them to come into the country because they don't know who they're letting in. When you hear of things like this, you can understand why. You can understand why. Because the point of it is, they lived over here. This happened in London. It happened in London in 2006. The young lady who died, she was born in the UK. So the family had been here for all that time. And they did not let go of any of their extreme Kurdish beliefs. Now, realistically speaking, I imagine after that program went out, and that's a 2020 program, I imagine that after that went out, the Kurdish community would have got quite a backlash. I imagine so. But the reality is, that's okay. I couldn't care less for the Kurdish community. The reason why is because it's their problem. It's people from their community that bring such disgusting, horrendous beliefs with them. I mean, it's one thing, like we had that situation where you had the Pakistani men in the Midlands in the UK. Luring young girls, teenagers, underage girls, into prostitution, where they value these girls as absolutely worthless, completely worthless. Now again, that wasn't their daughter, that was someone else's daughter, right? But someone who basically in society wasn't cared for, wasn't really wanted. So therefore these men basically got them and shared them amongst themselves. Now, abhorrent, yes, but compared to ordering men to kill your 20-year-old daughter and do whatever they wanted to her beforehand. That's a whole different thing. That's your actual daughter. That's a whole nother level completely, that is. Well, yeah, well, when you hear things like that, it just, as I say, demonic. So you can say demonic. When they're talking about the fact that it was counted as sinful, the whole idea that she could be in love with someone, even her husband, even the idea that a woman could be in love with her husband is counted as, that's shameful, that's sinful, that's bad. What? The thing of it is, it comes back from tribal. And it comes back from tribal understandings that go back hundreds and thousands of years. Yeah. But as I say, it's all basically from Ishmael, isn't it? Yeah. The rejection of Ishmael and his mother was a slave, so the lowest, and she agreed to let Abraham go into her. And so therefore, from that, women from that belief system, Islam, have always been looked down upon. More so than even in the days when people in the West, where women didn't have rights and were looked down upon to a certain degree. It was never quite as much as it is in Islam. But I would not be surprised in any way, shape or form if it comes down to that. Hagar was her name, wasn't it? Yes. If it all comes down to Hagar, that would not surprise me in any way, shape or form. But as I say, it's Isaac being the promised. Ishmael therefore being the problem. And the one the devil took. And the devil said, right, you're going to make a belief through Isaac, so I'm going to make a belief through Ishmael. And they're going to think that they are the chosen of God because the first son of Abraham was Ishmael, not Isaac. So, there you go. Well, actually, I'm not sure. Was that the case? Was he the first son? He was conceived first. I think he was born first, but again, yeah. I wouldn't be an expert in Jewish history, and certainly that biblical Jewish history, no. But yeah. So as I say, there's some abhorrent beliefs. Same as there is in the Catholic Church, actually. There's some really abhorrent beliefs in that church as well. Well, because if there wasn't, there was no way, shape or form that priests who were systematically abusing young Catholic boys would be allowed to continue doing so for decades and decades and decades. Unless there was a belief system and understanding in that church that was okay. There must have been a belief system in that church at the top levels that was okay. That to do that to little boys was okay. Yeah. So, there you go. We live in a world it has some pretty extreme darkness. It's time that we brought some pretty extreme light. Speak to you soon. Bye.